It can only be attributable to human error.
You're entering paranormal.
He meddled in things that you keep so far. He meddled in things. He meddled in things.
Where will we go next? It's a phantom from another time.
No one, Mr. Mulder.
That's it, man. Game over, man. Game over.
That is one big pile of shit.
Hello, everybody. My name is Alex Daikaiju. Across from me,
Eli Watson.
and to our left/right, because Eli's across from me,
Steffen Myers.
and we are
Cryptid Campfire.
Yep.
This week we're bringing you the real spiel, the real deal, the big meal about alien-human hybrids, guys. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna talk about all of it.
Yeah, it's a big meaty course, and we're going through the appetizers one at a time.
Slowly.
But should we make a disclaimer?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, because alien-human hybrids include some probably disturbing things.
Very problematic, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Unsavory.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if that kind of stuff kind of offends you, maybe don't listen to this one.
Yeah, it's totally okay. Like, this is a weird subject, and if you don't want to go down this road, completely understandable. Like, because we got some other stuff that's more fun in the next coming weeks. So if you want to, avoid this, now's your warning now, and we'll see you next week.
Yep, but for those of you who are venturing further into the abyss, here we go.
And the abyss stares back. So we've been on this spaceship for about 6 weeks, traveling through the paradigm shifts of the multiverse, if you will. And I'm thinking, we've been seeing a lot of aliens walking around.
I'm thinking all the plastic we've been burning is getting to Alex's brain.
Yeah, we've gone through a few of those cute plastic campfire sets they sell down at the Home Depot.
Yep, I had to sacrifice my rubber ducky collection.
Yep.
Alex has been talking to the mirror every day.
Yeah, one of them fancy space mirrors. It's got little lights on the side that blink up and down because it's a space mirror.
I'm in show business.
But we talk about alien abductions, and we talk about how sometimes they experiment people, and they get a little intimate sometimes, and sometimes intimacy without protection has consequences.
And or benefits.
Yes. If you're looking to get ahead and start a family, that's great. But if it's against your will, being held down by weird little green people trying to take out your uterus, and
Not the
stuff
most ideal situation.
not the best. But yeah, so alien-human hybrids. Basically, it's in the name.
Yeah.
So I gotta spell it out for you. When a mommy alien and a daddy alien love a human very, very much in a very strange way.
Oh no. All right, so I feel like Steffen's got some interesting stuff. So
Yeah, I've got the definition
Mm-hmm.
okay.
for alien-human hybrid. It's they are created through processes and procedures that occur during and after the abduction of and or visits with humans by extraterrestrials and advanced intelligences.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty
So what does
standard
that
stuff.
mean? No, just kidding.
What are you really saying? Well, that's pretty wild.
Yeah, and I also read that the hybrids aren't limited to a combination of only two species DNA.
Sometimes multiple, like, cross, gene splicing
Yeah,
a little
yeah.
bit, chimeras.
Yeah. Yeah, chimeras. They're real, man.
Oh?
Well, didn't you see? Japan just lifted the ban to start making genetically modified human beings.
Ooh, a
I
race
did
of
see that.
Supermen?
Yeah.
That's like a real thing that is happening in our lifetime.
Wait, in Japan?
in Japan.
Oh, dang. Well, at least they'll be very polite about
don't know.
world
Is
domination.
anything scarier than alien human hybrids? If your best friend could be an alien and you won't know.
Ooh,
They're here we go. We're going into it. I found this very reputable source from University of Oxford in England.
Ooh.
Fancy.
His name is Young-hae Chi,
Young Hei-chi, okay.
who teaches Korean
All right.
at the University of Oxford, and I'm not sure why he is a leading expert on the alien-human hybrids, but he says...
Did you like skip a line when you were reading this on the internet?
It's legit. This is him. He claims he knows why they're doing this.
Okay.
He
Interesting.
knows why they're
and that
creating
his only job at the school is teaching people Korean.
Korean. Yeah.
Okay.
Very interesting.
And I mean, the article excluded whether or not he had been previously abducted.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, that would obviously make a difference.
Hopefully that's a
Yeah.
given.
right. But
That's
if
true.
not, he's just some Korean professor who knows why.
He's got a
And
hobby.
this is why.
Okay.
And this is why. They're making human and alien hybrids to withstand climate change.
Okay.
Because you gotta make them. You gotta make a human 2.0 virtually. You can't indistinguishable from regular humans,
Regular people. Okay.
but are able to survive the climate change that is upon us.
Mm-hmm.
Like their skin is like
they're-
flame retardant.
Yeah. Because what's the is it getting
called-
colder or getting
it's called
hotter?
Human 2.0 global warming proof.
Yeah, but so is it getting hotter, right?
I don't know.
Is that
Things
the-
are changing.
Yeah, I know.
They're shying away
what's-
from the term global warming
They're-
and using
Climate
climate
change.
change.
Okay,
now.
but what's the end?
What's the end game?
Yeah.
A
what's the
lot of
end?
us are probably gonna die.
In what way? Burning to death or freezing to death?
A little bit of everything.
Oh god damn! I was gonna say. They're like, oh, if it's gonna get hotter, then the human 2.0 will have like a cooling fan built into their heart that cools the blood down.
Yeah.
But if it's getting colder, then they just have a little bit of a heater in their skin that just kind of they plug their butt cord into the wall and they warm up like a heated blanket.
Why can't they just do it by themselves? Why do they have to be plugged in?
That's human 3.0. That's when they come out.
Well,
Oh my
that's
God.
what they're saying is that it's just gonna increase the severity of storms.
Okay.
So
Oh.
more tsunamis, more floods, heavier, like bigger earthquakes.
Mhm.
Much harsher droughts and stuff like that. So
What if
what if we
this
never
is-
make it?
well, what if this is what Atlantis
Oh
felt
my-
like?
Yeah.
Like,
it
what if
could've
they were
been.
like, we know that we're gonna be swallowed up by the tsunamis and stuff, but like, what can we do? We're just wearing togas right now.
Well,
They break out all their scuba gear.
Yeah.
what else you got for us, Stefan, on alien human hybrids?
Yeah. How do we get
Um,
to
Are
this
they, are
point?
they related to Atlanteans at all?
Oh, is it the Bronze Age fish people coming back from the sea?
Who's to say?
Tune out next week.
Do you know the answer to that?
Did it stop
To what?
recording?
No, say
Oh.
again. What was the question?
Uh,
I'm gonna work this. Together
Okay.
for
That's
sure.
okay. Just leave it.
just
No,
short
but-
and just stretch.
What,
just,
what were you saying? What
uh,
was the question?
is this about Atlantis?
What about it? Oh, is
Is
this
this how they felt? Like,
Oh,
yeah, I
I
wasn't
didn't-
sure if this was a real question.
yeah.
What? No, that's clearly not a real question. I was
Like, I don't know
skipping
that. I didn't read that.
because we're not covering that.
Okay. Okay, but I got the wow.
Oh Christ! All right, please.
I've got the another term for the alien human hybrids. It's only 2 words, so a little bit easier to read. It's
Okay.
transgenic beings.
Transgenic beings.
Yeah, and that was coined by our man Bud Hopkins in 2003 in
Dude.
his book Sight Unseen.
Buddy Hopkins, dude.
But Hopkins.
Bud.
Bud.
But
You smoking
and
some bud?
Oh, my name is Bud, and I'm here to Hopkins. But so it says it's an engenic gene. What did you say it was?
transgenic beings, but
Transgenic
the
beings.
process that they use to create the hybrids is called transgenesis,
Okay.
and the definition is introducing exogenous gene or a transgene into a living organism so that the organism will exhibit a new property and transmit that property to its offspring.
Okay. I see.
Yeah,
So
pretty,
then,
pretty standard stuff.
yeah,
So
got
basically,
yourself a bargain.
wait. So they're saying that these alien human hybrids will be able to produce babies.
Yeah, it seems like the initial goal is you you take a human, you put your alien, what you have in it,
Mhm.
and then that human goes and mates with another human, and that gets passed on to the babies, and that's
Yeah.
and so they're like
What?
using a middleman to get to the next step.
'cause
So basically, they're after the next generation, and this current
Yeah.
generation is just the producers.
And that brings up something else that I read. And they talk about how there's a theory that abductee experiencers are also thought to be transgenic beings
hmm
Why?
because the aliens know they have what they want,
Yeah,
so they take them.
they're picking up the goods.
Really?
And then they're like, all right, so 25 years ago, they pick up Mary Martha off the street. They put some alien goop in her,
Okay.
send her back Earth. She gets pregnant with little Bobby. Bobby's born. He has that alien goop instilled into his human body, so he's the next gen. Aliens come by 25 years later, pick up Bobby. They're like, oh, he's a part-time shift manager down at Clucker's Chicken. Like, it's not exactly
That's a great name.
the politician we thought we'd have
Yeah.
in this position by now. All right, back to the drawing board. What else we got in the metropolitan area?
Yeah, exactly. Because they can just double up on him.
Yeah.
So he already
Bobby, I
has that
tell
built
you
in. They just
what.
add more.
And this guy's left being like, I was abducted by aliens. Everyone's like, whatever. And he's just a byproduct that they didn't want.
Oh man, poor guy.
Poor Bobby.
But so I think that's the way that they might be instilling people to the next generation.
Weird.
And that's transgenic.
Yeah, but that's
beings.
just a theory.
Yeah.
Really.
It makes, if you think about it, it's pretty interesting.
And
Would make sense.
Yeah.
And why do you think the aliens are doing that? Because
Yeah, why are they doing that?
according to the doctor in Oxford, he's like, oh, they're
Climate
doing it for
change.
climate change. But
Yeah.
is there any other reasons? Do you think the aliens are doing this by themselves, or you think they're working with somebody?
They're working with the U.S. government.
Yeah, you think the government's idly being
yeah,
paid
on
off
several
to stand
projects.
by?
I can list a few right now, but I don't want to
Ricky, not right now.
for fear of my
Ricky,
own
we don't
life.
talk about that now.
You ain't got the copyright laws. to air that in your
Ricky,
country.
they're listening in. Cut it out.
I don't know. There's a theory out there that they're working with the U.S. government. The government is okay with them abducting and conducting
Yeah,
experiments
I did
on
read that
us.
actually.
In exchange for their technology.
Oh,
So,
what do you think?
and over this past century, I think we've made more technological advancement than at any other point in human history.
Got this little phone right here.
I mean, that's like pretty up there with like the wheel and stuff.
It's pretty
But-
crazy, yeah.
Yeah.
But do you think so basically you could say like the government is letting aliens be like, all right, it's you have a shopping pass, go have fun in the United States.
Yeah.
Take whatever people you want, do what you want. We'll take this technology. It's going to be great. We're going to further advancement, and maybe we'll even go to the stars and start doing that to other lesser planets. Who knows? But the grand scheme of things is Candy Crush.
Yeah.
Because our phones have been nothing but little gaming
Oh,
devices
yeah.
that dumb us down. And they're like, well, crap.
And with Vine and like YouTube and everything.
Vine, YouTube.
Everybody's watching TV shows on their phone.
It's just like, it's
crazy.
destroyed the human connection because of like online dating.
But I mean, yeah.
Is that, and they're just like, oh, crap. We thought it'd go the other way. We're Bobby. We're the
Bobby.
discarded byproduct that they didn't want due to the technological advancements. Darn it. Well, better luck next time, boys. So the government teaming up with these aliens. I heard a theory that they're working together because the government wants to start the new world order.
Oh yeah.
Where it's either they usher in the beast, the revelations, the end of the times, or it's the new super government that's just gonna be like the old government, but we all gotta wear like gold watches that have our barcodes on it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you are going in that direction.
Yeah, we're
'cause
going-
I have a big thing about
We're
that.
going off the deep end, baby.
Yeah. So we're about
Hope
to
you
get.
bought your floaties.
Take the leap.
Yeah. So, did you have any more to add to that?
That's just the theory
the-
is that
The end times.
it's either the end. Well, because the New World Order, I've always heard about them. If you fold the dollar a certain way, it says something weird like,
Yeah.
"Hey, we're coming at you, baby. New World Order, 2025. Catch you later."
All you can eat pancakes at IHOP.
You're
P.S.
the
Tip your
first-
waitress.
the first person to fold up their dollar and they say, "Hey, coming at you, baby." They're like, "What's going on?"
What's happening? What's happening? But so the New World Order, they've been talked about. Like I remember being in like I want to say like 3rd grade, 4th grade,
Okay.
and hearing about the New World Order. And this kid was like, "Oh my gosh! Like in the future, the New World Order's gonna take over, and it's gonna be And I was like, "And then what? They're gonna take over, and then do what? I don't know." Like, and I was like, "Well, what's the big deal? It's this government, right? It's just new government that's just based off of the old government, but with flashy Freemason crap thrown on it."
Alex
like,
has always been the sharpest tool in the shed. We have proof.
But so either the New World Order is going to usher in the end times with a beast of Revelation with 7 heads coming at you. Or they're going to just be like, "Hey, everyone, now you got to use barcodes and you got to sign things in blood sometimes, and everything's going to be a little more
Yeah.
like
It's like that Justin
big
Timberlake
business
movie.
style."
You got to pay with everything with your time.
Oh no!
Oh no. Well-
Seconds on the clock.
I have a big proponent for the theory that the beast is coming with the aliens.
Yes.
And so this goes back. I think I talked about him in the very first episode of Alien Airlines.
Mm-hmm.
His name's L.A. Marzulli.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, and that's L.A.M.A.R.Z.U.L.L.I.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I remember you spelling it too. So.
Yeah.
Marzulli.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
That
he
definitely
sounds like a
triggers it.
pasta dish.
Yeah, that's right.
I like the balloon.
So he does, his documentary series, The Watchers.
Okay.
He talked.
Oh yes.
He interviewed the I can't remember the doctor's name. Oh, Lear.
Oh yeah.
That's right.
Dr.
That's
Roger
right.
Lear about the
Yeah.
alien implants. So, but he's back, and this is his main theory. So I'm gonna have to get a little biblical here. Just please bear with me. I'm gonna try to explain it as well as I can.
Yeah.
But I have it on my brain.
Oh no.
So it goes back to Genesis 6,
Mhm.
which is the chapter right before, or it is the chapter of Noah's flood,
Yeah.
in which God caused this great flood, and it, covered the earth, killed everyone except for Noah's family,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and Noah's family's wives. But I'll get to that in a minute. And I think I should say now, L.A. Marzulli is a creationist, but he does sometimes stumble upon really interesting things.
Yeah.
But other than that, he's pretty annoying.
It's fun world building D&D campaign stuff.
Yeah.
But he's just like, yeah, and by the way, this happened and this happened. And then the dinosaurs were planted under the earth by the scientists in 1762 to make it look like they were dinosaurs. It's like, then why would you make the bones? Like, why would you go through that much trouble to fake dinosaurs?
Anyway.
People like dinosaurs, dude.
I don't know if he believes that. I don't know. But basically he's saying Genesis 6 verse 4 talks about the Nephilim.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So, and there's big debate over what exactly Nephilim means, but we generally take it as giant.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Because I think we've had a discussion before, and I'm sure I could have sworn I saw it, on one of those like History Channel things. It's a little detail that I can't seem to find lately, other than like random like fan fiction stuff. But they say that maybe Goliath was a Nephilim
yeah.
because he was a giant, from the whatever tribe, Canaan tribe.
Yeah, the Philistine.
Yeah, Philistines.
Yeah.
Them water boys
yeah.
from the Bronze Age.
Yeah, but basically, so this is where we go. So we have these giants that are running around, and it mentions specifically that Noah's bloodline is pure,
Mm-hmm.
and so he takes that to mean that literally his DNA is pure.
Yeah.
So, like, the aliens were doing alien-human hybrids back in the day,
Yeah.
and Noah was the only one, his entire bloodline was the only one that
That
didn't
stayed
get...
away from all the
that stayed aw-
technological implants
Right, so...
and all the
Oh.
dirty inbreeding.
Yeah, all that. So, he makes the ark, and then, but it says that the Nephilim were there in the days of Noah,
Yeah.
but also after.
Yeah.
And so there's a big speculation on how, why, which one of Noah's sons is responsible.
Yeah.
And
Who did the dirty?
Well,
it was
they-
Logan Lerman.
Oh no.
I won't get into it. I'll just skip over that. But that's a whole thing. And
Yeah.
I could explain it all. But basically one of his sons was married to one of these Nephilim
Mm-hmm.
and didn't know it, or he did know it and just didn't care.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he brought them back out in the world. But then it talks about the Tower of Babel,
Yeah.
and the guy who was kind of leading that was named Nimrod.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that kind of loosely translates to Godslayer or something like that.
Yeah,
And
it's a cool name,
But
because he did the biggest bungle
well, everyone,
in early human prehistory.
yeah, everyone,
Biggest fumble.
everyone kind of agrees that he's actually Gilgamesh from the Epic of Gilgamesh,
Oh,
whose
Interesting.
main story was that
Mesopotamia, baby.
he went and killed God. That was the whole story of Gilgamesh, or one of
Yeah.
the stories. And so that, with Nimrod being like God Slayer,
Mm.
they're like, oh yeah, this could be probably the same guy. Anyways, they estimate that he was a giant, but then the Bible also details like his genealogy
Yeah.
and his people. All right, so anyways, they end up settling in this land.
Yeah.
They end up settling in this land, but that's after what I'm about to say. And that's God promises the Israelites some land in the promised land,
Okay.
right? And then they say, we don't want it. We want this land.
Yeah.
And so the giants take over the land that was promised to them. So then when they come back and you have Joshua, like after Exodus and everything with Moses, you have Joshua who goes over the walls of Jerusalem to go check it out, I think.
Oh yeah.
And he says he sees giants were like grasshoppers in their sight. Boom. Giants, they're there. And then that's why God told him to kill everybody,
Yeah.
men, women, and children, because they weren't humans, they were giants.
I killed them. I killed them all. I killed the men. I killed the women. I even killed the children.
Oh my lord.
That's how you win over Padme.
Anyways.
Admitting to mass genocide.
Anyways. So those giants, some of them got away. It
Yeah.
mentions that in the Bible.
Sure.
And so then he kind of assumes that they went up to Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, not to Egypt, but like went up north, like through Spain and everything, built Stonehenge.
Whoa.
And then
That was just their like golf course.
yeah. Then they found a way to cross the ocean, ended up in North and South America.
Whoa.
Because there's tribes on both continents that talk about fighting
them big old giant
Amazonians.
red-haired giants specifically.
Whoa.
And there's
Giant leprechauns.
I think that's something we should talk about in an episode. Is the giants found all over this continent,
Mm-hmm.
and people don't really know about it.
Yeah.
But there's like a lot that have been found, like a lot. But anyways,
so they giants escape.
right, Native
Spread around the
Americans
world.
kill most of them,
Yeah.
if not all of them, and that's the end of the story.
Except for the few that settled in New York and settled the World Wrestling Federation.
Anyways, what we got here is in South America. So this is what happens when you find a giant skeleton in the United States. You tell somebody about it. Hey, I found this giant skeleton. Then they rebury it and they build a house over it.
Okay.
And they say that there's nothing there. And why that is, I have no idea, but it's been going on for almost 200 years now. You can just keep tracing it back through articles and stuff.
Mhm.
Just oh, giant skeleton is found. Oh, it's gone missing.
New housing development built.
Or just weird stuff
It's
like
like
that.
poltergeist.
Whoa.
Well,
giant poltergeist.
That'd
Well,
be crazy.
This one in the early 1900s, someone found 3 giant skeletons
Yeah.
on Catalina Island
Ooh.
and on the way to Long Beach. And I have personally done that. It's only an hour.
Yeah.
They sank and there's no trace of it anymore.
Whoa.
Isn't that weird?
That's crazy. Damn.
But only that one. I don't know
Yeah.
what the wreckage is.
We're coming for
going
you,
back in-
Catalina Island.
Anyways.
Your tropical little island of California. You're a pack of lies. We're coming for you.
Anyways,
Um.
so that's what we got. But L.A. Marzulli is digging up skeletons in Peru
Mhm.
because things are pretty lax down there
Yeah.
in terms of archaeological excavation. In fact, so lax that these non-archaeologists, and they state that multiple times, are able to go into burial grounds and start messing with the bones.
Oh no.
Yeah, they do that several times in this documentary. And
Why?
they say that it's okay.
Yeah, it's
And-
like a playground. It's just like go play with the
They're
toys.
like, well, we're documenting, and it's like you're disturbing these burial grounds.
yeah,
But anyways,
not
these
cool.
burial grounds are also very interesting because these skeletons happen to be 8 to 10 feet tall,
Mm-hmm.
but with skulls that are like long,
Elongated, right?
Oh, wow.
elongated crystal skull type things.
Yeah.
But here it is because there's cranial binding. So basically, when you're born, your head is very, very soft.
Yeah.
So you're able to like shape it a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, I was a little helmet baby.
Helmet
Yeah,
baby.
My head was a little deformed. They helped shape it up nice.
Hey, looking
So
good.
I feel like it looks okay.
Yeah.
I'd never noticed anything.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Got that pointy head in the back.
Yeah.
Sasquatch
Yeah.
style.
Oh my God, it looks like like King Tut's head.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways. Oh
You got
yeah,
all the
that's
ladies.
also in this theory that
Oh, really?
King Tut is an alien human
Yeah,
hybrid.
have you seen
Yeah,
his
yeah.
head?
He was a brainy boy.
Yeah, definitely strange. But I mean, you can do that with
Like they
cranial binding.
They
Yeah.
bind the heads of the babies and make their heads elongated.
Make
Yeah,
them look like
I mean-
xenomorphs.
Yeah.
Well, there was a tribe in Peru that actually did that. They were actually doing that
Yeah.
to give themselves crystal skulls.
Yeah.
You know,
It's-
but this is where it gets weird because the ones that they're finding that are taller or not even taller, but basically you have these cranial sutures,
yeah.
which are basically joining points for your brain. So it helps, when your brain's growing,
Yeah.
it makes your skull expand as well.
Sure.
So, and you have 4 of them. So there's the frontal one, which is basically your forehead. Then you have 2 parietal. So there's like one that goes down the middle of your head,
Mm.
and it breaks into 2 halves. And then you have your back
Little squiggle line.
suture, yeah. And so, but the ones that they're finding only have 3.
Whoa.
Yeah, and like, it's not just one.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, they went to multiple burial sites and disturbing all these bones, and they proved that it's not just one, like, freak accident.
yeah.
Not a
There's,
fluke.
like, multiple. And not only that, they found them attached with hair on their heads still. Like,
Yeah.
2,000-year-old hairs. Red hair.
Whoa.
And it's not dyed or anything.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's what I think is, like, very interesting. Is, like, the Native American tribes are talking about fighting giants,
Yeah.
red-haired giants at that, and they're finding these skeletons.
Yeah, with red
know?
hair. That's crazy.
And they think that they did cranial binding to try to emulate their heads.
yeah.
Because, like, some of these are ginormous,
Yeah.
Like,
That's crazy, man.
It's-
It's like it'd be kind of crazy because like you'd always hit the back of your head on things when you turn to look. You'd be the hey Bill, and then you'd hit someone in the head with your
Oh,
head.
my Lord.
It's just like
Oh, pardon me.
personal space.
You're trying to
like,
get on the bus. You're trying to get on the bus.
Yeah, sorry, ka-dunk, 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 ka-dunk. It's just like I'm sorry. Trying to look like the gods over there. Don't mind me. That's crazy.
yeah.
So that's possible alien-human hybrids.
Yeah,
in,
that's what they think, yeah.
in the history. And there's one point I want to bring up. There's even talks that like Neanderthals.
Are alien human hybrids?
Yeah,
Really?
and that Homo sapiens are the descent or the mutation
Wow.
from.
Oh, so we're actually humans 2.0.
Yeah, that we might be the humans because it's like because they talk about how it's like there was like the Neanderthals and like the races of the lower humanoid type things, and then there's Homo sapiens, which are more like upright and a little more evolved with tool building, and they're like, well, there's somewhere that just kind of happened, like
Yeah.
it's like where did this like extra oomph come? It's like maybe the aliens coming down. Seeing the thick Neanderthals walking around.
Yeah.
You
Can help themselves.
come to Papa.
So,
That's very
toward love
interesting.
affair
Yeah, right?
starts the human race.
Yeah.
But there's that idea that, we might be we might be the aliens the whole
Yeah.
time.
I've heard about that.
But, talking about getting down that controversial road of talking about Bible stories with some giants in it and stuff, maybe
Yeah.
aliens.
Mm-hmm.
There's a talk that Jesus might have been
An
alien-human
alien.
hybrid.
Really?
Mary hanging out. Some weird sparkly guys come from the sky.
That's right.
They're like, hey, listen, bam, put a baby in her right away.
Whoa.
I want to see that Christmas movie.
Yeah. You know, Jesus comes out. You know, he's a little special compared to everyone else. He's turning that water into wine. He's turning those fish and breads into food
making
for
blind
everybody.
people see.
Yeah, he's taking away diseases. Probably even like absorbing some of it, like Paul did. You know.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And then, you know, they talk about how, you know, they crucified him. You know, he died.
Mhm.
3 days later, they go to check out his tomb. It's rolled away. He's not there. And then he hangs on Earth for a couple days with his homies.
Yeah.
And he's just like, yeah, so, like, I died, and now I'm back. And, you know, you guys should go out there and tell people to be good to each other. And he just flew away into the sky.
Weird.
He just flew away.
He did, yeah.
Like, what?
Well,
And they're just like, do you see that? Like, he just flew away. That's wild.
Look at him go.
there's also that I think it was Elisha who was taken up into heaven on a chariot.
Oh yeah, Chariot of Fire.
Yeah, but they talk about that. Okay, so there's like two things I want to talk about there, because everyone goes looking for him.
Yeah.
Once they tell him, oh yeah, he was taken up to heaven by a chariot, right? That was
Yeah.
burning in the sky.
Mhm.
And then everyone's like, well, I guess we gotta go look for him to see if they dropped his body somewhere.
Oh no.
Why would you think that? That's literally in the Bible. That's their first response.
That's horrible.
The chariots weren't the best. They were a little
Like,
clumsy.
Getting a little wobbly.
so
They're
maybe
like, whoopsie.
No seatbelts.
maybe it's happened before where
Yeah.
people were getting abducted and then just dropped from the sky.
Yeah.
Anyways, there's actually like the wheel in the sky. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
The wheel in the sky. There's like actual like mathematical measurements of it,
Mhm.
and when people like go to draw it, it always comes out looking like a UFO.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Wow.
Like it. I'll see if I can find it.
Yeah. We'll have to do like a whole series of like aliens in the Bible and stuff. 'Cause
Right.
It's like, who knows? Like,
Right.
because they
The-
talk about like I think was it Elijah when he got pulled up, he saw like four-headed animals that were like had
Right.
wings and humans and stuff. Could be chimeras. They could have
Right.
been like, hey, like what happens if you smush this together?
Yeah,
And
exactly.
he's just like, oh my god. And then they drop him down on Earth, and he's just like, look what I saw. And they're like, whoa, hitting the burning bush again.
Oh my lord.
But yeah, oh, you know what's crazy is that's the basis for Prometheus, the
Is that-
Alien prequel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the opening, you see the weird white guy, and he falls into the
Mhm.
water and dissolves. They say that there's a deleted scene or something that Jesus was one of them,
Oh really?
and
What?
that he was. I think they're called I'm gonna call
They're,
them
they're engineers.
engineers, but I keep thinking
Yeah.
space jockeys.
Space jockey.
But the space jockeys are like, one of them was Jesus, and they're like, oh, we're not digging what this guy's putting down, so they crucified him.
Wow.
And then he was like, hey, that sucked, and they like sent him back up into the sky, and it's like, whoa.
That's a deleted scene on Prometheus.
I think so, or like
What?
in the script. Or
How did they
something.
differentiate the way he looks in
They
relation
did,
to
he's
them?
just like the giant.
They're just like, this one's
it's
Jesus.
giant 10-foot tall, like statuesque man walking
They're like-
around, trying to be a carpenter, being like, you know, blessed are the meek, and they're like, whoa.
Get him out of here.
They're
They're
like,
like, we hope you bless us because you can step on us.
they're like, who are you? Jesus.
Jesus.
I don't like that.
I turn water to wine.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, we don't like that.
How about Jesus H. Christ? We're warming up to you, but we gotta think about people making fish sandwiches around here.
It's like, what about Santa Claus? They're like, oh.
They're like, oh man, oh Santa Claus, yeah. They found his tomb.
Did they?
Yeah, remember we talked about Santa Claus, and he was a real person who like was a necromancer, and
Yeah.
he was like the boss of Krampus.
Yeah.
They found his tomb, and they opened it up, and there was just gingerbread cookies everywhere.
Where did they find it?
It was like I think in like France or somewhere.
Wow.
All the tombs are in France. Like they're all under some hidden cathedral.
They all end up there somehow.
Yeah. That or like Venice. Under the Venice
I don't think so.
library.
Santa Claus is very German, considering Krampus is German.
They went to vacation and died
Yeah.
in France.
Oh my lord.
Um,
So what other juicy tidbits do we have?
oh, I
here?
think we got. You got anything, Stefan?
Yeah, I got a few.
What you got for us?
I was looking up physical characteristics
Yes.
of hybrids.
How could you recognize if they are already infiltrating?
Well, the thing is, it varies pretty
consistent,
dramatically.
wildly.
Yeah. But it says generally that hybrids have no hair or very sparse hair, but there are accounts where people have seen them with hair, what they claim to be hair, because it talks about being wigs
Yeah.
also.
Really?
Yeah,
They're like, I like your hair, kid. It's a wig.
just takes it off, puts it on him. Here you go. And then I read that most of them appear to be naked, but
Appear to be.
yeah, and
So are they
yeah,
naked or not?
well, I think they.
They're blurred out in real life.
It says they appear to be naked, but they are most likely wearing a skin-tight bodysuit or a type of protective film over their skin.
It's the guy. The have you burger? That guy. That's a human
Filthy
hybrid.
Frank. Filthy Frank. No, yeah, so I guess that it doesn't ever say if the like, it says skin-tight suit, but
Yeah.
it doesn't
Going
ever
with
say
the
if it's
wearing
like
a
translucent
film.
or not.
Yeah, it's like somewhat translucent.
So they would still be naked if it was translucent, right?
It's like the actresses who walk on the red carpet and they take pictures and then like it's like, oh, that dress is see through, and they're like, what? I had no idea that the sheer lace, once of a kind silk warm so and so that's only relaxed.
She does a little spin.
It only reacts to dark light only, but it's translucent and light. Would see through everything. I don't believe it.
That was really long.
Happens every time.
Oh man. Because I understood before you even opened your mouth what you were doing with the joke, and then it just went on for so long. That's hilarious. Oh man. But I read also that females tend to wear dresses or robes, and men are usually the skin tight, like
They're
jumpsuit
They're
type.
the weirdos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Mavericks and the Gooses.
They're just like, yeah, we can invent pants, but because we already have dress and robe, technology, pant isn't far behind. But screw it.
What about you guys? Did you get anything?
I did not.
Let's see what we got
I
here.
got here in my notes. Not sure where I was gonna go with this, but I have here. Like melonheads, are they a social memory of cranial deformation?
Mm-hmm.
I know where I was going with the melonhead thing,
Yes.
but I don't know how that has anything to do with alien-human hybrids.
What the heck?
That's okay. Did you
throw it
look
in
up
there.
any photos?
Of alien-human hybrids?
Yeah.
No.
What'd you get?
Like some
for us?
renderings.
Oh,
Are
This
they
one, they
scary?
describe it as a blonde Nordic
Okay.
type.
Okay, all right.
And
But look at this. It looks like Alita.
Hey.
Ew, dude.
It's Kate Moss.
But the Nordic is pretty spot on, right?
Yeah.
Blonde hair, blue eyes.
Have you burger?
But you see where the head shape? It's like the
It's-
generic
It's a real life
alien
anime
shape
character.
head
Yeah,
makes
it's like a...
Yeah.
Imagine you're just like going through life, and then just like that person in a suit working at like an accounting office, and just like, yeah, hi. Oh my God, they're here. They're infiltrating.
But this is actually a drawing of the thing a woman actually claimed she saw and spoke to.
Uh-oh.
A hybrid.
What's it look like?
It was in Germany, I believe, in 1991. Yeah, and it says she saw a blonde Nordic or a blonde hybrid male in a grocery store in Hamburg who spoke to her telepathically. And she thought, who is this man? And the answer she got telepathically was someone who knows you, which is pretty crazy. Which also brings me to the next point. I was reading about hybrids being connected to kids when they're little
Yeah.
and growing up with them. Did you read about that?
Not that I can think of in that context.
That's weird.
Elaborate.
I don't like it.
No, yeah, that they spend time with them and like be their friends. And they talk about how they can project things into the human's mind. So their image, the way it's described by people who have been encountered, it could look completely different.
Those that can like
To somebody
change
else.
their perceptions.
Yeah, but the hybrids, whatever gender the kid is, the alien is the opposite, and they're like they stay with them
Yeah.
for like their entire life, and that woman claims that is one of those,
Okay.
The one she saw in Hamburg in the grocery store that spoke to her.
Oh,
Really?
Hey,
They
mama.
talk about how that might be somebody who's been staying with her.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Who researched that?
It's a hybrid site.
Really?
Yeah, it was a hybrid website. Let me get
Oh,
it.
weird. I've never
It's a
been to Hamburg.
Yeah. But I've had hamburger. And
Yeah,
that
it's
is
pretty
a
insane.
tasty burger. That's wild,
That's
man.
weird.
I was
That
gonna
is-
say because I found, I don't know if this might be the same lady because I just have a few names.
Sure.
Let's see. January 2016, two women came forth and claimed to be the moms of multiple alien hybrid babies.
That's pretty recent.
One was her name was Brigitte Nielsen. So I'm not sure if it's actually the
Brigitte?
actress Brigitte Nielsen, who was married to Sylvester Stallone.
Can you imagine? It's the same. She thinks
Sylvester
she's
Stallone's
a
an
supreme being.
alien, and she's had his babies, and he looks like an alien, and she's like, he's an alien. And then she dated Flavor Flav for a while too.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that. Flavor
But-
Flav.
So I keep picturing her being like, yeah, I've had alien babies. Just like, whoa. But
That's crazy.
she says she's from Sedona, I think California. Yeah, Sedona, California. She said she's had 10 kids.
10 kids
Yeah,
with
10 of-
different dads.
I think so. Yeah.
Interesting.
And all of them are alien human hybrids.
Yeah, and
Or
they
so
don't
she
get.
believes.
And well, it's crazy. And then there's a Luna Verse, which is like a cool character name. But she lives in L.A. and she's claimed to has 3.
Where are these kids at?
Well, that's the thing is they're up on the spaceship with the dads chilling in suspended
Hmm.
childhood to where like they don't age that quickly.
Weird.
Yeah, but I guess every
That
so
would
often they
suck.
get to see them. But it's just like, did she sign up for the custody rights, or it's like, yo, listen, you're gonna have like 2 kids with us and you can't see them? It's
Oh
like,
my.
whoa.
They keep them up there and train them to be ninjas and they're kids forever. And when they drop them down, it's that Three Ninjas movie.
Oh, or
That's why they're so good.
what if it was Peter Pan? What if Peter Pan's an
What if it
alien
was
human
Peter
hybrid?
Parker?
What?
Spider-Man?
Spider-Man's a
Tony-
alien human hybrid.
Tony Stark Jr. too. Tony Stark Jr. You're gonna cry.
That
That was real bad.
for the hybrids I was telling you guys about that are linked with kids,
Yeah.
and it doesn't necessarily have to be a kid at the start, but I found the doctor who researched this because he coined a term for them too,
Okay.
and his name is Dr. David Jacobs,
Okay.
and it's called personal project hybrids.
Huh.
That's the term for it.
But wait, so okay.
Personal project hybrids.
Mm-hmm.
PPH.
Yeah.
So wait, so this all right, so these hybrids are showing up, right? So
Yeah.
for me it would be a woman, right?
Sure.
But like it would start when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
It's not necessarily.
Okay.
I don't think.
But okay, what
a
are they
lot of them.
doing? What are they doing with me?
Well, this is another theory. Instead of having them being abducted, they
Abduct down here?
they like grow up with them and they become their friends and they get close to them and then they have sex with them
Whoa.
and do it that way.
Whoa.
It's a honey.
And they just keep doing it over their life.
That's crazy.
And
So they'll revert back to kids?
no. The hybrids like grow up with them.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
again, it's just a projection in their mind
Oh.
for what they actually look like because they have that power. So we don't know if they're actually utilizing it or not.
Oh.
Yeah. But they
Okay.
But
basically become like
They
booty calls, right?
Yeah.
Is that what you're
So
saying?
well,
Exactly.
to pump
Yeah.
out babies, right?
And that's
Whoa.
where
Wait.
the warning at the beginning of this episode comes in because I was reading about some stories where instead of being their friends and everything, they took advantage of them against their will
Ooh,
and that kind of stuff.
not cool.
No.
But wait, okay, so wait. I don't know what I was gonna say.
Or it's very problematic, and the aliens should be ashamed of themselves, because if you, I say,
Oh, okay, wait. So how do these people know they're aliens? That's what I was trying to.
I guess just one day they just let it slip by when they're shopping at the grocery mart, huh? It's just like, because the whole thing is you're not supposed to know, but then I guess this lady was just getting some, bread and cheese, and then she's
Yeah.
just like, whoa, that's an ugly looking guy, and he's like, listen, alien human hybrid over here, trying to buy my gross earth food. We fucking
They're
might.
so upfront about it.
Yeah.
That's the first thing out of their mouth.
Could you imagine if they're just like, I've been here for 25 fucking years, and I've been eating nothing but human food, and I have not had a solid stool for 5 years. Because can they adjust to human food? I don't know. You'll have to bleep that out.
Okay.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, because I was reading. It says some people characterize their behavior as caring and fatherly and or motherly, or as a lover, while others describe these relationships as a form of control and like forced sexual intercourse.
Yeah.
And things of that nature.
Which is screwed up because.
So these people are essentially getting raped by people they've known their whole lives.
Yeah.
That's
pretty
so sad.
Yeah, pretty
But
horrifying.
That's the thing is like, aliens, if you're listening, if you were just like, hey, listen, y'all, we're aliens, we want to get down with some, Earth girls are easy. There would be so many people who'd come be like, hey, I will consensually have a baby with you. Like, there's no need to be like, we're going to have to like, force, our will on people against their will and have babies. Like, I'm sure there's people who would love to have an alien baby.
It's probably pretty true.
Right?
You can make a R for R on Reddit, or
Yeah.
you can make a post on Craigslist.
It could
I'm
be
sure you get some responses.
it could be a TLC show.
That's true.
Women and the aliens they love.
Yeah, they do like a bachelorette type show with a human, like an alien hybrid.
He's got to pick the different women. and they also make it seem like he's like, like a millionaire, but he's like a construction worker too.
He's projecting himself to look like somebody in like a suit.
He's Joe Millionaire. But yeah, very problematic. Like,
Yeah.
that's the thing too. Is it's just like alien human hybrids. They're fun to talk about, but sometimes the means to get to that,
Pretty
it's
disturbing.
kind of gross.
Yeah, that's pretty sketch, dude. It sounds like a Stephen King novel.
Yeah, and like a later Stephen King novel too. Not an early
Yeah,
one.
because it would like mess with you, right? So it would like start as someone you know, and you don't find out it's an alien until after the fact.
What if it was
So
just
that just
like,
adds to this disturbance of it
Yeah.
all.
yeah, or it's just like you think they're vampires, and then it turns out they're aliens.
Whoa.
Would you
Like,
be
whoa.
disappointed?
It'd be like, what? It'd be a Goosebumps book.
Yeah.
Because it's always like, Goosebumps, the werewolf, of Blood Swamp. And it's a werewolf, but then it turns out it's like an alien that's just like, I turn into a wolf because, on my planet, that's how we show affection. Wait, what?
That's so funny. Remember we watched that episode
Did we?
with
The werewolf?
Grady?
Yeah,
The kid's like,
great.
Grady, don't go down there.
Dude, Goosebumps is dope.
How did
Besides
that kid knew everything?
Yeah.
Everything about that swamp, and I get it. He's a werewolf, all right?
You gotta know.
But he still knew everything, and that just was bothering me.
Those are Werewolf of Fever swamp spoilers.
Yeah. Hey,
I'm sorry.
spoiler for a 25-year-old episode of a children's program.
Yeah, guess what? Kylo Ren kills Han Solo.
Oh!
So, whoa.
Oh.
Whoa. You guys see the new Star Wars trailer?
No.
Nah.
Ah!
Is it cool?
It's weird, but there's a few like split-second things that are like, I don't know where the story's gonna go now.
I saw
I'm probably
Rey.
not gonna watch it.
I
Yeah.
saw Rey with the lightsaber. bro.
Yeah. That's a Ray Darth Maul baby.
Did you have anything else you wanted to talk about?
Let's see. So we kind of talked about, what an alien hybrid might look like. Maybe some appearances throughout history. Kind of some recent cases. What it involves. And I think that's pretty much it. There was I found one sentence that was kind of funny. I was reading an article and they're like, yeah, so the aliens have often been described as human-like / insect-like. And they have been
Interesting.
described as what we'll call a need to breed.
Wow.
So they're down to
Wow.
clown.
Stop it, please. No more rhymes.
But I think that's about all we can cover for alien-human hybrids without falling down one of the many, many rabbit holes that entail all kinds of, insanity.
Oh, yeah.
Like, this is just us scratching the surface of, like, kind of like, oh, here's this and
Yeah,
that.
it goes deep.
Oh, yeah.
But I
It
feel
goes
like we talked
deep,
about some
goes
pretty good
weird.
stuff.
Yeah, I think we got, a few, big main arteries of the heart.
Got a nice good feel for them.
Yeah.
And I think we'll kind of close it to an end. We'll turn off the plastic fire for tonight. Climb into our suspension sleep pods. Hopefully, aliens are doing okay, locked in the room with Jasmine. She's describing how much she loves Andy Grammer, who he is, and what he does. I'm sure the aliens are boggled.
Dude, when are they gonna take me?
Yeah.
I have some things to tell them about.
I was gonna say,
Like
I was
what?
like, I'm ready for you, aliens. I'm coming at you, and I'm
I
gonna tell
beat
you
Red Dead 2.
everything wrong with the world building a Pacific Rim.
Yeah.
Coming at you.
That's good.
But
Cool.
you know, my name is Alex Daikaiju. If you want to follow me on Instagram or Twitter, you can find me at Alex Daikaiju. That's Alex Daikaiju. And if I wanted to find you, fella,
Sorry, I was yawning. You can find me at the Eli Watson, basically Instagram, Twitter. You can also find me at Cryptid Campfire on Instagram. It's probably the best way to reach me.
mm-hmm.
Feel free to DM the Cryptid Campfire. That's me. So
Yeah.
I'll be doing that.
How about you, fella?
Stephen Myers. You can find me on Instagram at MyersStephen. That's MyersStephen.
Very cool. And, you know, if you want to follow Cryptid Campfire, Eli said we have the Instagram that you can follow.
Mhm.
We have a Twitter. I help run that with Jasmine, so you can follow us there, ask us any questions. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, tell us anything you want about the cryptids, about aliens, email us at cryptidcampfirepodcast@gmail.com. We love to get emails. And I think that's about it.
Yeah. Check
That's
out
it.
our website,
Oh, yeah, what's the website?
cryptidcampfire.com.
It's quick, easy,
Simple.
all you need to know.
Yeah.
Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you next week when we talk about something even crazier.
Bye.
Bye.